Hi guys, Joseph here. Today I'd like to talk to you about depression and the worries that we have in life. Now, the first thing to really say is that you're not alone. Many people are in the same situation, and many people, more importantly, have overcome that situation. Now, naturally, everyone's situation is different, but here's the real criteria. I want you to know that you're worthy and you're good enough. And even if you don't see that right now, give yourself the opportunity to think, okay, my present situation is not good. I've had a past time. But those past times, those people who may have done wrong in your life, do not have to reflect where you are, where you're heading, and more importantly, who you are as a person. You see, in each and every one of us, we all have an opportunity to change. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. I mean, usually the tough times cause us, I know it doesn't seem like it right now, but the tough times that we've gone through will actually build us or give us and build us a greater character for the future. And I know it sounds very just loosely put, but it's really true that in everything that I have overcome in my life, and I have had the bad times of being very self-conscious, anxious, worried, depressed, not having any direction in my life. I have been there, maybe not to the same level as everyone else, but I do know what those dark times feel like. And it's just really important that I need to get to you to ask you, look, there is opportunities to change. There are people out there who are there to support you, and it's important to speak to those people, to voice your concerns and allow yourself to realize that it doesn't make you weak because you're asking for help. In fact, those people who ask for help, those people who go to people, are the ones who are really saying, actually, I want to change. I want to get stronger. I want to be happy. Now, what I would really urge you to do is really take responsibility for that and take ownership over and go, look, I'm not going to let this beat me. I'm going to do something and allow it to be an experience which shows me that I am more than this. In each and every one of us, there is light. I really believe that. In deep within you, I believe that you are love. It may be covered with a lot of darkness right now. It really may be that way, but I know deep within you, there is that light. There is that love. And if you're not getting it from yourself right now, I want to, if you can, to get that love from me and those around you, because we do believe that you're worthy and good enough. Now, things that you can actively do, obviously, there are medically trained people out there, counselors and so on, doctors who can help you to give you that instant support. Something that I created many years ago, it was a couple of years ago now, was my 11-lesson confidence program. And it's not just about confidence. I created it for pretty much any issue, and many people have listened to that program who are very much on the edge of wanting to leave this world. They listened to it, they committed themselves to it, and they came through the other side. And those emails I get really touch me. And it's not because of the program, it's that these people stood up and really made something happen. So allow yourself that opportunity to download it. Give yourself that opportunity to make that change and seek help. We all have the bad times, but in those bad times we can draw upon whatever we need to pull ourselves up. So don't give in, just dig in. Assume that responsibility and to begin to look for the qualities that you have, because although we may be focusing all the things which are going wrong right now, there are always wonderful qualities within us. And it might be hard to even think about. Sometimes I just get a circle and a piece of paper and I put me right in the middle there, and then I think, well, what good qualities do I have? And there's been times where I haven't really thought of much qualities because they haven't been the best of times at those moments. But after a while you think, well, actually, I'm a friend to someone, or I'm doing this process, that's a good quality, but I'm considering working on myself. Maybe I can laugh, maybe I can support my friends, maybe I've got a job, maybe I've got a quality, a passion in life. Begin to draw upon those qualities and emphasize them and bring them up, and realize that you can build upon them as to where you want to be. At the end of the day, it's just really important to dig in and seek help and get help in any way that we can. Just know that you are loved, even though you don't feel alright. Sorry, even though you don't feel like it right now, you are loved, and I know that you can make this change. Just dig deep, dig in, and do whatever it takes, because this life is so precious. And it's one of those things where I just know that there's so many wonderful experiences in life, but so many wonderful experiences within you that you're about to have, where you're heading and where you're going, what you can experience from this, what you can learn from this, and then ultimately share with other people having overcome this. Be one of the people, be one of the examples which have overcome this and now speaking about it to others and supporting those. Dedicate yourself to mastering this problem, because at the moment maybe you're pretty much a professional of this issue. Now it's time to understand that and become the professional of overcoming it. I'm here to support you. I created well over 200 hours of free audio and video, so take advantage of it. Listen and immerse yourself as much as possible and take that inspired action. Now is the time to get moving. Get the energy moving. Go for walks every day. Begin to nourish yourself with quality food, because those will have an effect on how you feel on the inside and how you think. So exercising and nourishing your body with the right food, being hydrated, looking for the green foods, the shakes and things like that, which will really support you. And to really get whatever's going on here out. Speak to those people you need to, get it on paper, and really then focus on what do you want? Where do you want to be? And begin to work upon that goal. Begin to take that massive inspired action. You have all the qualities that you need. You have all the resources you need. And at the end of the day, it may take time, but the effort you put in, you will never regret, because it will give you more than you could ever imagine. And I'm saying that from experience with my clients, with my listeners, people who listen to my work, and from my own experience. Now is the time to dig in and to really make things happen. So just always know that you're worthy and good enough, and I'll look forward to speaking to you very soon.
Are you ever depressed?
Yes, I get, and I think the depressions that I get are almost entirely the result of the Puritan ideals imposed by a Cambridge upbringing. The profound self-punishing depressions that one gets in the intellectual life, and the life which comes from Cambridge, are due to feelings of having fallen below the goals set by certain phantom goal setters.
But it isn't that if we ever rang the Miller doorbell, that your wife would say, "I'm sorry, but Jonathan is locked in the bedroom and can't come out for 2 or 3 days."
Oh no, I don't think that anything like that will happen. Now, what I can do is to put up a fairly passable version of conviviality in the presence of depression. But I don't think I've ever reached satanic and totally destructive levels of depression, but they've been pretty bad at times, yes. I mean, depression is something I think that happens quite frequently. There's a wonderful line, you know, that William James has about depression. He obviously got depression, it's a great deal. In one of his letters, he says that the best way to get round depression is to understand that they are the moods of the mind, including these great black moods, are simply like the weather, and one just simply has to take shelter until the clouds begin to part again. And there is a feeling that as long as one sees them as being things which simply happen to the mind, meteorological changes, one simply takes shelter, stands in the doorway, clutches one's raincoat around one's neck and waits until the shower finishes.
You're able to work. You've never been...
Well, I can't work during depressions. I do find that depression slows the handwriting. A stasis begins to occur. And, of course, there is, in a way, a spiritual and moral implosion. And you get to the stage rather like those sort of dwarf stars. There's been an enormous expansion of energy and ideal, and quite suddenly it all shrinks to a gravitational center of infinite density and tiny extent.
Why, as a psychiatrist's son, have you not availed yourself of that science to help at times like that? Or do you think it would, in your case,
I've
have
always
an
felt it was
influence?
too laborious, and also again, it's part of my general pessimism about undertaking measures to help myself, and I would prefer to, as it were, stand in the doorway and wait for the shower to pass,
Wait it out.
rather than ask someone to part the clouds for me.
Yeah.
But then I think this is, in a way, perhaps is a difference between England and America. There is a sort of stoicism about Europeans, a belief that the human situation is pretty bad anyway, and that it can't be put that much righter than it is. And I think that America is much more based on the expectation that things can be fixed. You know, the moods, talents, social situations can be fixed. They can be put right. Effort can be put in and results got out. There's a sort of stoical nihilism which is part of the European idea, which says, well, it's a wreckage. You know, find some shelter somewhere, huddle under the rafters and wait until that lot's blown by, wait till the soldiery has raped and pillaged this village, and then you'll find some sort of life for yourself in the wreckage.
Who was it who said, I think I heard you quote it one time, that life is, if you admit that life is horrible, 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 then you can begin to enjoy it.
That's Bertrand Russell. Yeah.
This is Bertrand Russell.
Yes.